Imagine a league built by the people, for the people. A league dedicated to the economic development of your city. So the question becomes, how good are the 32 teams that play in the minor football league? Well, there's only one way to find out. You have to experience the MFL.
Welcome to another edition of Inside the MFL. I'm your host, Dr. Richard David D. Myles, Chairman, CEO, and founder of the Minor Football League. I want to say happy Friday. I'm going to do a wellness check and make sure everybody's doing good and wearing your face mask. I'm here getting on here a little late. As you can see, I have my co-host for the day here, Lisa. I'm glad to have you on. How you doing?
Hey, how are you? I'm doing great. How's everyone doing there?
Right, been a long day. You see me with my face mask on. I took it off.
That's good. Keep it up.
So I
have to keep it up.
Okay, let's do a wellness check. How you doing? How your family doing? How's everybody doing today?
Thank God we are all doing okay, continuing to follow the guidelines and social distancing, wearing our face masks. You know, it's been a while since we've all got together, but just trying to keep everyone safe, especially, you know, our parents and all.
Okay, great. We was going to have one of the GMs on for the Oklahoma Cowboys, but if this job permits in the traffic going home, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, always having you here, Lisa, is a plus. You know, what do you think about things? I'm getting so many people calling and everything. Everybody wonder when we going. And I keep telling them, you know, Lisa, I say, you know, with this COVID-19, this is for real. I buried a few friends of mine that I grew up with and known for the last few weeks. Look like you're going to so many funerals that, you know, I'm getting to the point, I don't want to be disrespectful, but, you know, you just started going there and seeing this. These guys was way younger than me, Lisa. So, you know, these are the types of things that, you know, we wanted to make sure that we tell everybody, please wear your face mask. You know, please wear your face mask. The mayor in Washington, D.C., I got to give it to her, Mary Bowles, she mean business. She shut everything down, and they're going to shut everything down. Now, I understand the different vendors, restaurant owners and stuff, but if it's going to cost you your life, you know what I mean? It's just not worth it. I tell everybody all the time, I've never seen a Briggs truck behind a hearse, meaning you can't take it with you. So I'm quite sure the new administration coming in, the new president coming in, I think they will have some bailout things in place to help people to help get back on their feet. But, you know, we 6 months away from the NFL season starting, you know, and tell me all the, I know you got a lot of things. I know you've been busy, you know, as with the MFL and everybody else. And we understand this pandemic is here. This COVID-19 is real, but it really don't stop you from doing things. You just have to stay safe in the things that you're doing. How's things coming along? I mean, you're doing a great job. I see all the posters and the flyers and, you know, hey, I just want you to know that we're glad to have you board with the MFL, and you're a great addition to the league. And like I tell everybody, don't worry about the dance team. You know, Lisa got that part down, you know, so they don't have to worry about that. And I just want to let you know how much we appreciate having you aboard. Tell us some of the things you're doing, because I know you've been working hard, Lisa.
Well, thank you. Yes, I am so grateful to be a part of this organization and working with everyone, especially you, Dr. Myles. All the GMs have been wonderful and super supportive and excited for the upcoming 2021 season. But like you mentioned, we are still faced very much with this pandemic. So, we cannot move forward until we know in our minds that we can do this safely, because we really care about the athletes and everyone coming out. So, to have any one person get sick from one of the events would be a heartbreak for all of us, especially in recognizing that this is a true pandemic. It's not fictional. It's actually happening. People are dying still today. The number of deaths have gone up substantially, and it's going to be a little bit. I know we have a vaccine that is on the way. Everyone is excited to get that rolled out, and pray that it is effective, and that we can slowly get back and recover. But I do think that's going to take some time. And like you mentioned, I do hope that the new administration coming in has already started, and I'm sure started to put in motion certain plans to help the people, because many people are suffering. But we here at the MFL, we have been working nonstop since almost coming up to a year now, planning to bring a great season. We've had time on our side to really prepare and now just really present the best season for our fans and the people of the community. So we're super excited. I'm super excited. I've been working behind the scenes, as you know, just trying to get the word out, letting dancers know. We discussed last time how important it is for athletes and performers to stay on their game, to keep honing their skills and continue to develop their skills. So just working to bring a great season. I have a feeling that when we release the audition dates, that it's going to be a whirlwind, and I'll be going across the U.S. and seeing everyone, but I cannot wait. It's something that I've traveled before, and I've done many events throughout the U.S., and I've traveled just performing myself. So it's something I'm very comfortable with, and obviously we'll be doing it safely. So.
Absolutely, and you're no stranger to traveling. I can contest to that. I would be remiss if I didn't congratulate my daughter. She graduated today from our God's view. So, and also I've been ripping and running. I had to take care of some other things before I got back here with my son, or they still having some of the things going on with the graduation, and hopefully I'll be able to get back on, to still. But I just want to say, congratulations to her. I love that they work hard, and just looking forward to the other one completing hers as well. But more importantly, God used a great school, a great organization, and to make these people understand that I tell people all the time, you hear me all the time saying God's in charge. We may think we're in charge, but we're not. Also, to all my GMs and stuff, that they're doing a fantastic job under the circumstances that we're faced with right now. And I talk to so many players, they still calling. All they want to know is when we're going to get started. And I say to them, do y'all understand that we dealing with this COVID-19? But young people, they just, the athletes, they want to play. But, if we don't look out for them, who will? And then also we have to look out for, our staff and the rest of the people and our fans that are part of MFL Nation. And I am very pleased with what's going on in spite of what's going on with this COVID. I just think people need to stay still and stay in a place where they shouldn't be, and not be around a lot of people with these masks. Wear these masks. I wear mine. Sniff got gave me this mask and I wears it, So, but I want to point out some things, Lisa, and I know the GMs that they're so excited and try to be so helpful, but we let them know that you got the dance team part of it, You
absolutely, yes.
But I'm telling you, she don't need your help. You can handle what she's doing, and I'm just excited. But when you think about this, the impact it has, the different parts of the country, it's not letting up at all. Lisa, when you look at it, I mean, yesterday they say more people died yesterday than in the wars that we fought, and that's not a good thing there.
Yeah, and they're also expecting that we're going to have more deaths than what occurred on 9/11, which, is a really sad thought. And it's really difficult because, yes, a lot of people are questioning, when are we starting? When are we having combines? When are we having auditions? When are you coming down? And when are we going to get rolling? It's very difficult to express when you have different things happening. So in one sense, we're trying to follow what is best for everyone in keeping everyone safe. But yet when you see other things occurring, it's a little difficult to accept that and know that, we're doing this with the best interest at heart for everyone. So I think people are getting such conflicting information and not necessarily, they're being told one thing, do as I say, not as I do, kind of thing. So it makes it really hard for people to comply and follow and to trust and to really trust the people who are bringing forward this information. So I think we all need to try to get on the same page and realize that this is occurring. If you don't see it within your immediate family or in your immediate circle, doesn't mean that it's not occurring. You can see on the news how many people have died and could not even have a loved one at their side. So it's very, 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 very sad time for many people. Many people are suffering. And like you said, even over here in New York, I believe on Monday, they are saying they may close, indoor restaurants, those types of businesses where they will not be able to serve indoors. And our community, businesses, small businesses are suffering right now. So it's affecting so many people. I've been working and keeping myself busy, like the GMs we've all been, keeps my mind occupied because it really makes me sad to see what's occurring to families and all. We are always trying to do stuff for the community and give back somehow that is possible, So I'm working on a workshop for early January, and proceeds from that event will be donated to a charity. So I'm looking forward to that. And just so you know, that's going to be an online event.
There's no question. I know you're going to take all the caution that we need. And as you stated earlier, closing down these businesses, not that we're insensitive, but if it's the right thing to do right now, because people, I know they feel like they have cabin fever and they want to get out there and get around people, but they don't realize they may take something, catch something from someone else and take it in their home. And I don't think that they'll be real sad to find out that they was a carrier because they went somewhere. I mean, open up a can of whatever you got in the house. I mean, you don't have to get out there. I mean, I'm an outgoing person, but I realize that, I'm at that risk age, you know what I mean? So I'm being more smart. If I'm somewhere, I stay for a while before I can go somewhere else, because I know right now this is dangerous. This is very dangerous. Right. And all around the country, and talking to all the different GMs and stuff, we know in the South is really bad. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
So, as far as the rest of the country as well. But, like I said, most of the time people they want to get out there. They trying to get things, as they say, back to normal as possible. But this is the norm. This is the new norm. Right. The
Right.
old norm is gone. So, and it's hard for people to understand that. They think if we go out and just do these things, then it'll make things a little normal. But that's not what you're doing, really. You're doing more harm than good. And like I say, I wish they stopped using that term, get back to the norm. This is the norm. I mean, just accept that and understand, wait. I mean, it's like everybody's so impatient, but wait, you think they're shutting down all these different parts of the country because they just doing it just to be doing it? People are dying out there. And it's like people feel like, well, it didn't happen to me or somebody close to me, so it doesn't exist. I like to tell you people that please, or as they say, one of the governors said out there in Maryland, wear the damn mask. Just wear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't act like, you invincible. Yeah, like I said a long time ago on this show, we don't know what this is. We don't really have a cure for it. And if you had it, can you catch it again?
Right.
These are the questions that need to be answered. And then they're talking about they help them get this vaccine out to people, which I think is a good thing. Me personally, I'm just not sure because I don't take flu shot. But asking different celebrities to take it, I mean, that's a lot to ask someone. Well, if
Absolutely.
People gonna follow you, but I would not let nobody tell me, come to us in the government and believe me, I believe what Mr. Fauci and them saying, but to say the MFL step forward and take these shots and let people know, I would decline on that. I really would. I'm not going to say, well, the MFL are taking it and let people know we stepped up. That's not the kind of step up that I'm willing to take that chance on. Listen.
Absolutely. I understand and I agree with a lot of your points. I do see and I'm playing devil advocate over here, where many business owners are feeling frustrated because it seems like a double standard where certain businesses are requiring to shut down while others are able to continue to remain open. So the question becomes, well, how do you decide, what is essential? Making a living and paying your bills is essential for everyone. So, it has been a very challenging, and I don't think anyone can give 100% the best answer. All we can do is what's best for everyone and all the people. I think a big part of it is, like you mentioned, wearing the masks, social distancing, and staying out of groups whenever possible. If you really, really want to support these businesses, order. Many of them are doing online ordering and takeout. Support your community in that way and keep them going, because come the end of the year and the start of the new year, many of them are going to be faced with having to pay leases and rents that maybe have been deferred for 6 months or so. So I'm pretty sure that many of them are scratching their head and may have to close the door, which, is a really difficult decision, especially when you think of how many of them are with families and just trying to provide. So as it is right now, we have many families who are, I think, without food. You see the lines for the food banks, or they go on and on. It's never been so bad. And it doesn't mean that it's going to get any easier in the next few months with the vaccine. I think we're still going to be faced with a challenge. As far as the vaccine, personally, myself, I won't be online to take the vaccine. I am hopeful that the clinical trials that they've done, which typically take several years for a clinical trial, and they've done it at a warp speed to get it out there. Obviously, they have to do something to try to control this pandemic. But I'm kind of with you there as far as waiting personally and I like everything. I always encourage people to educate themselves, read the clinical studies, read the side effects, ask questions, and then make a decision that's good for you. I'm healthy, so I don't feel at this time that I need to. I don't put myself in a situation. I'm not out on the front line taking care of patients, so I don't expose myself in that way. And I do take caution and wear my masks and cover up when I need to. So I think people really need to decide for themselves.
Absolutely. And then we also I want to make this clear that it's not the MFL saying to people not to take this. I did not say that. I'm saying,
No. Yeah.
Me personally, no. But I encourage people to, take it. If especially the ones in our high risk factor, especially with our online workers and stuff. But I don't want to advocate for it, and nor do I want to be against it. I just that's a choice they have to make, and I just don't. I want to make it clear to everybody here before everybody start calling me and saying that I'm against it. No, we're not.
Right. Absolutely.
Anything that will help put this on the curb, then the MFL is all for it. But we're not endorsing anything, or we're not telling no one not to take it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, for me, right now we doing a lot of things in different parts of the country. The MFL, I mean, our GMs, they legs jumping and everything. But I think they realize that when you really look at it, ain't much you can do. And I don't think they'll be under pressure because people calling and want to go do something. They want to get out there and try out and stuff. We're just not going to do that. As you stated earlier, they need to read, get some of this, get some information on this fact. And like you say, they did it in warp speed, and not that we're going to hang on this subject at all, but I'm hoping that they can find a cure for this, because it has thrown things into it's a major shakeup. Let's just put it that way. And sometimes, like I say, things happen for a reason. Only God knows what He wants to do. And I tell people all the time, sometimes you got to sit back and look and listen. And although I understand about the different businesses, hopefully that these different landlords and stuff, and I think they've been talking about, not if you put somebody out, where they going, and then you got an empty building there. So it's like you have to, it's give and take. So hopefully these bailouts that the Congress are trying to decide on, hopefully they'll do that, and people, because I feel like help is on the way, Lisa. It's just a matter of then when they get it, what they gonna do with it. Don't shop. We know Christmas coming up, but we also know Christmas is the biggest, corporate type of holiday there is. And I don't think that people should try to take the little money that they have, run out and stack a whole bunch of stuff underneath the tree and stuff that you really don't need. You know what I mean? It's just trying to justify yourself in some type of normalcy, and that's not really the case. I hope everybody thinks smarter than that, and not just think that trying to feel good for a few minutes or a couple of days, and then it dawned on you that, wait a minute, now what? I think being safe and with your family, and I know some people have to travel. Please don't. You could be bringing it to your family, or you could catch it from them. So I think this is the next best thing. I don't care what nobody say. We can see each other, talk to each other, and you don't have to do that. That physical contact. And we want people to understand that we are concerned with what's going on, and hopefully we can, if we have our opinion persuade anybody. It would just go to our GMs, and they understand that we're not pushing this thing to get started, because one person catching the virus is one too many for us, so
Yes.
we don't even worry about that. But I'm just particularly just intrigued and excited by all the things that you've been doing. I mean, every time I turn around, you got something on there. You got a lot of stuff up there. A lot of people always talking about, we put more content out than anybody, they say, and I'm like, wow, well, that's because I got some good people with me and they understand what we are doing. And I always say, Lisa, if you're the smartest person in your organization, then there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Something definitely wrong. If you're the smartest person in your organization, something wrong. If you go get people, like-minded, smart people like yourself, and you bring them aboard, and makes things go so much easier. Like right now, I'm contented with just being able to, get up, watch, TV or something, and just, work on a computer and do what I need to do on the phone. But I am concerned about what's going on. But it's nothing we really can do in terms of making things a lot better. Only we can do what we can do for the organization that we have, because, my organization, they move when I move, and I'm not going to move right now to do anything other than just sit and listen and just admire all the good things that you're doing, Lisa, and the other GM, because the content they're putting up is great. And it gives people an opportunity to see that we're not just sitting still. We are constantly moving, constantly doing things, but waiting until when it's time for us to get going, we will be ready. We'll be ready. And I just got a good feeling by the help of the Lord. I'm not right all the time, but very seldom I'm wrong. I think after 3 months, I think things are kind of, you kind of get a handle on things. But, if people do what they're supposed to do, I think that we'll have a handle on that. What you think, Lisa?
I agree. And I want to just get back to and just make clear again that we are not advocating one way or another. My thing, even just because I'm huge, like yourself, against substance abuse and drugs and stuff. And I'm not going to tell someone, hey, don't take a certain drug. But what I always encourage people, whether they're doing a diet or considering taking some sort of supplement, is educate yourself on what you are about to do. Don't just reflexively rely on the person giving you the information because they have a degree or they are, a person of authority. God has given us all brains, so take the time to be. You are your best advocate as far as your health care goes. So educate yourself, and again, I give a huge applaud to the scientists who have been out there really to do something to get this thing under control, and the frontline workers, everyone who, I go to the supermarket and these are essential workers, the people working the cash register, and I don't think that they get the, people acknowledge them for the work that they do. And they're working with minimum wage, to many of them. So I just want to just again stress that educate yourself. Remember that also with the vaccines coming out, they're still encouraging that everyone continue to practice wearing the face masks, because it does not mean that the disease cannot continue to be transmitted. Mm-hmm. Even if you are vaccinated, you should continue to practice wearing the face mask and social distancing to protect other people. So, and that has been the message all along, is it's not just about you, it's about everyone and helping yourself and helping someone else. So, I think that's really something that's good to make clear. As far as the MFL, always working with the community and putting people first, the players, the athletes, the dancers, and we're so excited to get going. We've been working behind the scenes, and just we've had a lot of preparation, so it just gives us an opportunity to bring the best season out there. And I think that once things open up and we're out there, everyone's going to really appreciate it. I think, come this upcoming season, everyone's going to be out there and really excited to be able to be in the stands and watch a game with their families.
Absolutely. And we understand the plight that people going through. And once we get the season going and stuff, we'll do a lot of charitable things, such as, try to give food to different organizations and stuff. And that's something that owning the MFL, that's something I'm pledging I'm going to do. And we're going to try to make sure we do the things that we need to do to help the communities that we're in, that these franchises are in, so we're excited about that. There's so many things, but just to let people know that we are working all the time, and we have things in place. So it's not that, and once we get started, we're going to be doing a lot of things in the community that I'm excited about. The Oklahoma Cowboys, I talked with some people up there with the field that they had, and I was talking to them, and they was like, Dr. Myles, we had no idea this. I'm on the website looking at this. We're excited about this. Y'all being up here in Oklahoma, and especially with the program we do. Like I said, the MFL is the laboratory of change. We want to bring former players from the field to the front office. We also want to, for athletes, we want to understand beyond the field. And if you in school for broadcast journalists, marketing, PR, sports management, trainers, we want you to come here. And the great thing about it, you're right in the state that you're in, and you can work internship with the MFL, and then later possibly be hired by the league, you know what I mean? And you get to stay home. So these are the types of things we're doing. We have several programs that we implement, work with at-risk youth. We're excited about that. That's another component that the gentleman I was talking to was talking about. He said, wow, and he said, will you guys come out? I said, we'll do a lot of things for the community. They help the community raise money because, because everybody's so excited about what we're doing. And these are young men that from that state that went to school there, played college ball, came back. Now they still can do a lot of things in the community because they still relevant. You know what I mean? So
right.
These are the types of things that the MFL is about. And we're not asking the state for no subsidized nothing. We don't want any of that. We take care of things as we go. But more importantly, we want a collaboration with the community. We want to enhance what they're doing. We want to bring some new things and more innovative things there. And that's why we the laboratory of change. So when people, if you're looking at our show and stuff, if you people, young people, we want y'all because we are the laboratory of change. We looking for you in the you people, especially. I looked at I watched the news and they were talking about graduating the nurses and stuff in the health field early. I think you seen that, Lisa. I think that's great, and these people eager to go help. But at the same time, these are people getting ready to be thrust into something that hopefully they prepared for. What I mean? You bring it earlier, but it shows you how bad this is, that they will have to do that. So, kudos, to them and all the frontline workers. I can't say enough about it. Law enforcement, all of these different municipalities and all these different agencies, we take our hat off to y'all. So we're excited about what you're doing, and hopefully when things are safer, we'll be able to do something to recognize you guys for all the hard work and, countless things that you're doing that you think people don't recognize. The MFL recognize that.
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely. And like you mentioned, I don't think people realize how much the MFL does as far as getting involved with the community and how accessible it is or if the community just reaches out to the MFL and says, hey, we have a group of young kids who we'd love to have either the players or the dancers come out, we are so willing to always give back. These are the communities where many of us grew up in. So, there's nothing like being able to give back in any way, whether you grew up there or not, just to be grateful for where you are, for all the talent and gifts that God has given you, and to be able to repay it back and pay it forward in some way is always a great thing. The MFL, like you mentioned, is always offering these opportunities for players, dancers, broadcasters to develop their skills, because once we come out of it, as we were discussing, many businesses may be closing. So, people who have graduated and went to college may have a little bit more difficult time than it was even prior to land a job. So to actually be able to continue to hone your skill and put it to work, so that at least there's no gap in your resume. So even if you're just doing this for the summer, you're interning for the summer, and then, come the fall, you have something to add to your resume, may just help you land that next position that you're looking for. Also, it may also teach you things, and you may decide, hey, in working with the MFL, I realized that I actually enjoy working behind the scenes, So we have some phenomenal GMs that are just great at what they do. And it's similar to the way that you trust me in running the dance program, all the trust in them with the coaching and organizing of teams, because you really put together a group of people, Dr. Myles, that really know their skills. And I have to say, it's such a pleasure to work with everyone. I really am grateful. It's a great team. All the GMs work together, even though there's little rivals. Who's going to win the champion ring this year? It's really all in fun. Everyone truly. Don't let Dr.
I send that out to everybody. Send all the greetings out to everybody.
I know Dr. Freeman's probably yelling at me now, saying New York is going to take it. But it's all in good fun. But everyone really supports each other. They don't realize how much we communicate amongst ourselves, and we're back and forth with ideas and sharing ideas and collaborating to really bring a wonderful season for everyone.
Absolutely. And Dr. Freeman doing a great job up there. And along with the other GMs, they doing a really a great job. And I don't want them to think that we're not looking and, want to say to them, we can't wait till they come to Washington, when they come. But also, we want to make sure that I'm gonna talk to all of the GMs. I've been talking to them, so we want to get them into that chaplaincy program. So we always want people that's a part of what we do and God's you and stuff. And I've been talking to the GMs, and it's something I'll talk to them about, because I would like to have chaplains with each MFL franchise. That's not something that I'm just saying. That's going to be a fact, that it's good to have, chaplains with the teams,
Right.
It lets the community know that we're serious about what we're doing, not only physically, but, spiritually. We want people to understand, and also it make great counselors as well. We will be going in the community. I was talking to some people, I say, I'm always working for you, Lisa. Don't think I'm not. And I had a company, they're going to send uniforms for you to look at, and then you decide on if it's what we want to do. We have several, but I'm just waiting for them to arrive. As soon as they come, I'm gonna send them to you, and you can look at them and stuff. But we want these young ladies to know that we are grateful for them coming out, because it's going to be really big. Coming to be a part of the MFL, and I couldn't think of no better person to lead this than Lisa. I mean, she, I don't micromanage her. I don't need to with her. I mean, she tells me sometimes what she gonna do, and I say, I make people think that I'm this brilliant doctor when really I got great people, like-minded people like yourself. Dr. Alawale, we had great people here, Mel Forbes, Jamie Dukes, Bobby Wilson, Fred, we had people with this organization that, we sincere in what we're doing. It's not just part-time, nothing with us. I mean, in spite of, we do have other fields, but this is what I do. This is all I do. And we want people to understand generational wealth. We talk about economic development. We will be that lightning rod to give all the communities in the states we in that shot in the arm when it comes back to the season start. Because now you're talking about jobs. We're going to hire people to do certain things. You need
right.
to do the parking the cars. You need people concession. You need people with working at the field. I mean, these are things, security, it's giving everybody a shot in the arm, as you know. So these are the type of things that we're doing. We will always invite so many groups of kids to the game absolutely free, although the tickets are so, even though they will be sold, we will still often invite kids to the game. That's something that I always used to do. I used to always have buses of them coming to the game. They
right.
buses, and they were so excited and stuff. So I cannot say enough about you or the GMs we have, because you've been in, well, even with your business, you're gonna have a lot of people want to know what we're doing, and we looking not all the time for money. We look for in-kind services, what they can offer us. They don't have to be in a dollar amount. That's what we do with our program that I send out. You put up, if you donate $1, you produce a scholar. I had so many people to call me, Lisa, and say, Dr. Myles, what can you do with $1? You know what I mean?
$1 that goes for families in need a long way.
$1. Well, you can't do that with that. No, why can? I don't want you to write me a check for 25, 30, or 50. I don't want to do that. I'm not them other people taking advantage of the time. I want $1. Most people don't even care about dollars where they throw it to you, but that's all we want. And, it goes to our program that we're implementing in those cities and those states with these franchises that no thugs, no drugs, early youth offender program, conflict resolution. These are programs that really great program was funded before by the states and stuff. So this is no fluke. These programs really work, and we want the young people to understand that we see them. We don't want to just pay their money, come watch us. We don't want to do that. We are definitely interested in what they're doing. That's why our players, our dance team members, and us, you'll see me out there too. I'm a boots on the ground type of guy. I'm like you, Lisa. You might see me fly somewhere and meet you there sometime.
Oh yeah, I know you. I know you're always popping up all over.
Yeah, I'll just pop up because we want people to know we generally are concerned and we care about the communities that we're in, and we call it serving. And we want people to be a part of the MFL and what we're doing. We want them to experience the MFL and the things that we're doing. So, every time I try to get Lisa on as much as I can, realize she's busy, but, she's one of the women that we have in the organization, and she does so much, and she can't wait to get started. I got to hold her back because she'll be on the down there. Dr. Myles said, huh, what? I was down. But she did come down one time. We went on the show together down here in D.C.
That was pre-COVID.
Yeah, pre-COVID. Yeah, pre-COVID. Wasn't no COVID. But the people still ask about you at that stage. Say, oh, she was black. Can we get her back on? I said, no. So we're excited about having the MFL network where we can come on all the time. You know, we had that luxury, but we're excited about what you're doing, Lisa. And I want people to know, and if they think I'm giving you a lot of kudos, I'm not giving you enough, nor my other team, because they definitely invested in what the MFL is doing, and I like that.
You're embarrassing me. You know, I don't take. I always work, you know, with everyone else in mind. When I had my dance studio, it was always about the kids and bringing the best experience. It's something that they could take with them for the rest of their lives. And that's what I love to do. So even with the MFL dance team, you know, even when I host my own events, it's really about the people participating who are there. How many people can we reach? How many people can we just, for one moment, where everything else falls away, you just kind of get into this state of flow and everyone is happy, and you realize, you know, life shouldn't be that important. Don't take it so seriously. You know, you need to find these moments. And like you mentioned before, I think I'm losing you, but I think you can hear me, is, you know, we have the holidays coming up and parents are scrambling to make sure that they can keep things as normal for the kids and still be able to give their kids something for the holiday and not have them be affected so much, because it already has taken its toll with many of them being out of school and doing online learning. So they're trying hard to make up for it. But remember, we still have several months ahead. So be wise with your gift giving. A small gift is still a huge gift as long as it's done with love. Let's take this year that we've had as an experience to keep things maybe simple, go back to simpler times where being with your immediate family is something really that is something that's truly valuable, and you don't get that back. So, you know,
yeah, well, you know, when I say that Lisa doing a great job, you know, she is, and you think about when she come there to y'all different states and stuff, you know, everybody they gonna say she's here, because everybody, you know, all the GMs say, you know, I talked to Lisa and she asked me, and I say, absolutely, she gonna be coming back. Yeah, absolutely. She'll be coming there and stuff. And we're gonna make sure that things are in place for you. And I think the GMs do a great job with that. We'll agree.
Yeah, I am 100% positive that they'll have everything ready, and I know they've been planning already. And you know me, if I tell you I'm going to be there, I'm there. How many times I've driven to Washington and back to New York in the same day? You know, for me, it's nothing, but I'm a person of their word. So if I say I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there.
Absolutely, and that's like me. And I always tell people, if I tell you something, you can take it to the bank, you know. And I was one of those guys taught even when I was young. Well, you know, you can have all the money in the world, but without your word, it don't mean nothing, you know. Without your words, you don't mean nothing. And I grew up in a time where your word was all you had, because you didn't have money. So you just had to give your word, and people took that. That was like money in those days, because don't worry, he said he would be here, I'd be here. I remember I was talking to one friend of mine. We played ball together, and I missed the flight. So the coaches, everybody was hot with me, and he told him, he said, he'll be here. You sure you're gonna make it? They say, he'll be here. So I got, you know, you get them the cars at the airport. You know me, I had to jump in a limousine, and I got there. I got me and him talk about that. Right today, the times I talked with him, good friend of mine, Donald Williams, but he said he'll be there unless something really happens to me. If I don't show, then you know something bad happened. But having Lisa on the show, I try to get on here as much as possible because, believe it or not, Lisa, a lot of people always ask when you coming back on. You know, what you.
Oh, I enjoy being here with you.
That
And
subject, you know, is important because we want these parents and we want these people, a significant other, understand that they are in good hands. You know, this is not no, this is not no round the way stuff. This is a professional league, and once they look at it, you know, they can see that. But also when they talk to Lisa and they meet Lisa, they see even more. We got things in hand, and it reminds me of when I used to, you know, I used to do things in the community all the time with young people because, you know, they couldn't go anywhere. So I used to have stuff in my club in the evening when kids got out of school, so they can come there from 4 to I think to 8, and we put the posters out and we send them to the high school. They let them put it up and stuff, and it said, "Do you know where your kids are?" The Washington Chiefs do. The parents used to bring them, and it got so good. The parents would come, Lisa, and drop them off and forget to come back and get them. So that means we had to take the kids home because, you know, we're responsible. Oh, no, we can get us. So we take them home. And the great thing about the players and some of the dance team people, they were great there, chaperoning and stuff. And we were really excited about that, Lisa.
yeah, no, you know, the MFL, it's funny you say that because today I just posted that that less talk and walk the walk. You know, I believe in don't talk so much and just do what you say. Be the example, and the MFL is a good example of that by offering these opportunities and really to know what the MFL is all about. You have to experience it. You need to get involved, whether you come and watch a game or, you know, come and try out or work with the MFL for the season, you know, really to understand what someone's about. When you go and you date someone, you take time to experience that person and know who they are. So it's the same thing whether you're looking for a job, a relationship, or involved with an organization. And I think that's why we kind of fell into each other. I think God brought us at the same path at a certain time, because I don't think we weren't even expected to meet when we did.
And I loved your show and everything. I was impressed. I saw them working. I said, "Wow, you know." Yeah, almost down there. You know, Mel, our chief strategy officer, you were so kind enough to invite us in there. We saw it because we were down at the National Press Club, but that's where we do our stuff as well. So it was just a marriage made in heaven, and you only exemplify all the professionalism that someone can show. And I say, I got to get her aboard, you know, with that. And I said, we need to take a look at this, what we're doing. So more importantly, the fact that people know that they can trust you and people feel safe, secure with you. And sometimes, you know, I tell people, sometimes people like to get a feel for people. You know, it's good to read stuff about something, but people feel comfortable with people they feel comfortable with, you know. And these young ladies to understand that, oh no, well, you know, we have daughters, you know, I do. I got 3, you know, I got daughters. So I would want them to be in a safe environment, and we want them to know, you know, so having you on, people get an opportunity to see you, and then they can also contact you and stuff. Matter of fact, Lisa, how can they get in contact with you?
Well, they can reach me through email at livefitk.com, at gmail.com. It's LIVFIT, the letter K, at gmail.com. Or they can DM me on Instagram at livefitk, LIVFITK. And also just simply going to MFLishere.com. There is a field there. One, you can read about, learn more about the MFL, see all the different teams, because there's 16 teams throughout the United States. And for dancers, we're looking for 30 dancers. Dancer models, you have to be ages 18 and up. to participate and audition for the MFL dance team. So there's information on mflishere.com, and also they can also submit an inquiry or send a note, and it's always forwarded. Dr. Myles, you do a great job at forwarding any inquiries that came in, and we are sure to follow up. I always make sure I get back to someone. I like to always do that within 24 hours. If I didn't, it's probably because I did not get your message, so message me again. But, we are here, the MFL, and like you said, even when I had my dance studio, similar, my parents, I would see them at registration and at the recital because they had such a trust. They knew that they would drop their kids off and the car would just drive off. The kid would jump out of the car and into the dance room, pick them up later on. It's their second home. I'm super excited to be working with the MFL because I want that same feel for the dancers. I will be looking out for them. It's not like I'm just going to put this team together for your team of dancers and then you don't see me. No, I am going to be very much involved and working with the dance captains closely.
Absolutely. And you can contact us with our website, mflishere.com. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. These are all the platforms that you can get in contact with us. The number is 240-551-8031. And I want to thank you, Lisa, for coming on again. We're always pulling you on. This has been another edition of Inside the MFL. I'm your host, Dr. Richard D. Myles, and Lisa, we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, for game tickets, you can contact the franchise in the state that you are. You call them, you can go on their Facebook page, and you'll be able to get the tickets. Thank you very much for inquiring.